What's going on, people? Welcome to Not Just Music Podcast, homeisode editions. Back in y'all face again. Another internet-based topic, another internet-based recording, another internet-based day.
Yeah,
How's everything going?
bless, man. Life is life in both of our
Mhm.
lives. You know,
Oh yeah,
life is life. And
yeah. Gotta take care of life, man. We gonna.
talk on the daily. We talk on the daily. We both, talking about that this morning, man. Life be life.
Mhm.
You gotta keep rolling with the punches.
But yeah, man, we definitely gonna have to deal with life, regardless of whether we want to or not. How's the what's new for you? What you been into? What you been getting going? Before I get into these great topics of black folk.
Well, I'm working on the sequel, man, to my movie, Quincy Murdoch, the movie. Which the Juan Barino, the one that filmed the first one, will be filming, directing this one. I'm directing also, doing more hands on my plans for this movie. Uh, just realizing, bro, like just trying to get everything together. Um, Sometimes we can forget that what we capable of as people, man. And I've done it before. Sometimes you can find yourself questioning yourself on certain things, but if you did it one time, you can do it again. That's what I tell myself, and there's a message to people out there. If you did it once, you can do it again. Um, to even a higher level, at a higher level than you did the first time. So, uh, yeah, I mean, just the expecting of it to be greater than the first.
Uh huh.
See what people mean? Yeah, like even with music, you want to outdo your last project or whatever you do. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, definitely.
So it's like pressure. Even with these podcasts, like every time we do a new episode, we want to outdo the last episode. We don't want to be mutual or lower than the last. We want to get hotter. Get hotter and hotter. So yeah, man, that's what I'm working on, man. Also the podcasting we do. Um, Eventually I get back into the music when it's time. But like right now, I think I really want to get into the media. I want to get another movie under my belt also. So I think once I
Mhm.
put two out, people will take me more serious in the game. Like, not that people don't take me serious now.
Mhm.
It's a big deal. It's a big deal to just have a movie. Like me and you was talking about this morning.
Mhm.
It's a big deal, but I think the industry, people that been doing it will be like, who is this kid? You know what I'm saying? Like once they see me keep doing this independently too, also. I'm gonna throw that.
Mhm.
But yeah.
Well, you know how the tides of times change. You get to a point where you want to do more music. You want to get to a point where you want to do anything else. You're gonna do it.
Right.
It's just that if it's that time, while that time is in, you better do it. I tell you, you only have a short amount of creative time and creative space for your brain to actually say, you know what,
Yeah.
let's be creative. Let's get into something that's gonna help me boost me into what's the next phase of what we gonna do next, or what's the next phase of what my movie's gonna be, or what music I'm gonna get into, or what book am I gonna write? What am I gonna do next?
Yeah, it's a moment. It's moments,
So you gotta
like
you gotta make sure anybody, that's anybody, even at work, man. You at your job, make sure you getting your creative vibe and your creative space. Make sure you take it seriously. You only got a short amount of time to be there. And if you don't do it while you're there, guess what? It's gonna crash and ain't gonna able to get it done like you wanted to.
hey. Like they say, them thoughts you have, go ahead, jot them down.
Yeah, you better.
You
You
gonna forget
better.
them. You better jot anything that come to your mind down. You know what I'm saying?
Shoot, yeah, I was looking for another battery, y'all. I don't know what my other batteries are. My mouse trackpad done went dead, but I got other mouse to use. But anyway, man, I'm of course always I'm heavy in podcasting right now. I'm not writing a movie like Q is doing.
Come on, man.
I'm writing. I'm just waiting on my part on that. I have
Hey,
parts.
You
I
know,
have
you got a
partisan.
huge role in this one, man.
It's a huge
You got
role.
more.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's
you gonna
always
be
gonna be
talk.
a huge role. It's gonna be
Yeah,
a huge role. Even dealing with cameras, peers, gonna be a huge role. But as far as like something that I actually have to like put a creative cap on and think about and stuff like that, man.
and I'm
It's
gonna have you, bro. I wrote what you would say, but of course I'm gonna have you look over the lines and you be like, if you want to change up how you talk or what you say, that's on
Mhm.
you. You got that power. You already know that, like, because I wanted to come off as how like real. You know what I'm saying? Like how
Uh-huh.
we really communicate. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So,
definitely,
yeah, very
definitely,
creative, man.
yeah, definitely, man. Um, weeks as the weeks will be going on here. We should definitely be hearing about more Black history. From Charlotte, especially. Those who watch Thursdays, um, who have the chance to watch Thursday, who have the ability to watch Thursday, 8 o'clock. Um, Stay locked in. I've been digging into a lot of Black history that falls under the guidelines of people that are living in the Charlotte, North Carolina area. One person I was, I'm just go off the top of the head, just talk about this one, man. Which a lot of people don't talk about him. And considerably, he's not a charlatan, but he's more so somebody that's from North Carolina. And that's Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan was a
Word.
very, very big part of North Carolina. I mean, talking about high school, college, and now he's back in North Carolina owning a basketball team. A lot of people don't like to call it worthy, but it's worthy. He had to be worthy of that position, man. Is your Jordan history and knowledge? What do you know about Jordan? What do you feel Jordan was very big for, other than just basketball? I know you can probably say a couple more. I just said basketball. Now I could go deeper, but just give me some that you got off the top of your head. That Jordan.
The shoes.
There you go. Somebody that
The shoes.
the shoe game. Jordan got the shoe game on in a chokehold.
That's
Like,
all they. Hey, that's all I was in as a baby, as a toddler. I had no choice.
chokehold,
I had no
man.
choice.
Jordan really solidified us, man, for especially the Black community. I mean, we had creators of things, but with Nike and Jordan, they both of them together, man, that's a rare thing to talk about, but people never rarely talk about Jordan MJ when it comes to shoes. Um, you think about it, some shoes they basically came out years ago, and I remember being in the 80s. Of course, that's when I was born, but the 80s vibe, moving from it just being a thing of just Nike. And, it was Jordan, but it was still Nike Air Jordan. And then Nike said, "You know what, Jordan, you so good, brother. You so good, man. Look, we just gonna give you your own situation. Here, you can have it. Here's a go do what you do with it." And he ran with it.
Yeah,
And this might be just the topic for today. I done got it in my mind and rolled off on that now. So this is the thing I was saying.
let's roll
This
with.
this is the thing I was saying to this is what I was saying within some of those podcasts, where we was, talking about being like a mayor or whatever. You had this vibe about you, basically saying, you carry the I ain't gonna say just being a mayor, just somebody that has very strong points, very open, strong mentality towards a certain political background that most don't take, consideration in. So just like
I
with
say
Deck,
something.
yeah,
Can I put in? And,
yeah,
and that's one thing that I had a problem with MJ about.
hmm
He was very he MJ is MJ. Like we talking about him right now. He was big. Nike gave Nike to MJ.
hmm
But I feel like he wasn't really he didn't really speak out, especially for our community, as I think he should. He should have. All respect due. Like little Quincy is touching on topics that really affect the black community and our people. And you have millions of people, which majority are black African Americans, killing each other over your shoe. So my dedication would be to them, the black community, fully. Like that's just me. So yeah, that you said that I had to cut in and throw that in there. That's the only thing that I really not gonna say I didn't like, but I really wasn't really strong on MJ about. I think he should have been more. His voice would have could have changed a lot because who he was, because who he still is. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like because he has the power. And people are gonna listen. So I think he should have used that more towards the black community. That's what I respect more about LeBron. He's very outspoken. And people listen. You know what I'm saying? But MJ was just more about, his money and his business, which I understand. You know what I'm saying? Like for each his own.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, go ahead, bro.
This is what I'm gonna say. I honestly think,
And there's no right or wrong way of how
yeah,
anybody does anything.
yeah.
But you know,
Let me tell you one thing I think I like about the situation about Jordan is Jordan didn't do it with a whole lot of talk. He did it with a whole lot of showing. So I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna give you the detail behind why I say it that way. One being, if nothing else, he made everybody want to cut on their TV and look at this black man. A rarity where you have, you talk about how we talked about different situations where blacks weren't, allowed. I mean, once the situation by the time he had gotten to the league, blacks were we was thriving. We could do some things by then, right?
right,
And one thing I liked about it is it wasn't a thing of people were going to respect him in the sense of because of who he was. He made his name, he let his name in the game do the talk. It wasn't like, oh, I'm Michael Jordan, he was cocky as in the nature of being a basketball player on the floor. Yeah, he could do that. He could back it
right,
up.
right,
That's what any
right,
great is supposed to do that. But as far as like vocally outputting and letting it be a thing of saying, well, y'all should
Like
respect,
LeBron, like
yeah,
LeBron, yeah.
y'all
But you
should
know what?
respect,
Can I throw this in?
yeah.
Michael had both his parents too. Michael kind of grew up in a good surrounding, so that's another thing. There's no shame on it. It's no shame. I'm
Mm-hmm.
not saying all these things but it goes back into our last episode to like your background
Mm-hmm.
and how more likely you're not going to speak out on things probably because you might have not personally experienced it, so
Mm-hmm.
you don't know how that feels.
Mm-hmm.
LeBron coming from a single parent home, father absent, inner city kid, like he kind of understands trying to face life and basketball. So he can understand that kid that's in the hood trying to be something or you know what I'm saying? And people can relate more to that. And
Mm-hmm.
LeBron can relate more to the people that's in that situation. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, Michael can too, but I'm saying he didn't have to go that route. He didn't have to go through that if he didn't want. He had a pretty upbringing, decent upbringing from what I read in his history, what I studied. It's his father got killed, and that was a bad tragedy too. But by then he was like I think in the league, and he, what I'm saying. But his upbringing was pretty decent. But yeah,
It was
I mean,
I mean, to me,
he still had to work, but
I think it was still the thing of he still came up in an era around where a lot of blacks weren't accepted in a sense. In a sense, we were just being accepted,
right.
So, it I don't like to always say as if in just because you had both parents, you was good. You know, you had
But I mean,
slaves.
but his parents though was like very supportive. I seen this documentary like into his dreams and
Yeah,
you know what I'm
yeah,
saying, and that was a good thing too. Like to have that push.
yeah.
LeBron had to. It had to be in like you say. What you say? It's nobody's job to support you. Once you get that mentality, nothing can stop you. It's nobody's job to support your dream. Your dream is your dream. So I
Mhm,
think LeBron had to have that approach. You get what I'm
mhm,
saying? Like it was his dream. He had to do it, regardless if his father wasn't there, his mama didn't really see the vision. LeBron wanted to do that. He wanted to be that, regardless if he didn't have basketball shoes to wear. He still got up and did it because that was his dream. You know what I'm saying?
mhm,
So I mean
mhm.
that's the and I'm sorry I keep cutting in, bro.
Nah, you fine. It's up to the. It's totally up to the. I mean, it's humbly
This ain't bashing
speaking.
Michael Jordan. This ain't bashing Michael
Humble.
Jordan.
No,
I'm
no, no,
just
no,
trying to
no,
show the
no.
contraction,
Humbly
compare and
speaking,
contrast. Yeah,
I don't like to. I don't like to compare and contrast because you can still just because you're at the bottom doesn't excuse you from being great. Just because you're the best coming out of the great situation, just because you come out of a great situation,
but you know why I brought
doesn't.
that up. You know why I brought this up, bro.
Yeah,
Let's be real.
it's
At the end of
totally,
the day, who was LeBron chasing?
it's totally
And
no.
shout out to my Lakers. I
Hey,
know we
nothing,
down 3-0. I know it's basketball playoffs. Yeah,
nothing,
yeah,
nothing,
yeah. I see what
nothing.
you're doing, bro.
Nothing is a win without putting in the efforts and the work to be. You know what I'm saying? So
Right, right.
it's a lot of people still gonna chase that dream of it's not ain't if some people call it the Jordan dream, some people just call it the dream period, because some people know they're not gonna get to a Jordan status. Everybody ain't gonna get to walk away with 6 rings. Everybody ain't gonna get to walk away with 5 or 4 or 3, or some don't even walk away with a ring at all.
My boy
Um,
LeBron struggling to get it.
and assist and taking in this into consistency as an athlete, and not even just an athlete too. You think about it, what you're gonna do after you get off the floor. And I hate to say people want to bash a situation, but you think about it, Mike did exactly what he was supposed to do.
Right, right, right,
And
right.
this is one thing that I feel a lot of black people now, they'll complain more about getting to that big stage instead of taking the steps and the necessary steps to do it to get to those big stages. Just so saying, just like it ain't saying you have to do it exactly like Mike did, because not a lot of everybody ain't doing it like Mike. You got a lot of black people out here who are owners and take ownership to a lot of stuff. You got businesses and all of this stuff. After you take some money and you invest, get some money and you invest, get some money and you invest.
Right.
You look at all these basketball players that was out during the Jordan era. There's a lot of them that are still relevant, but a lot of them aren't in a situation where it's like relevancy to where, okay, they got in, they spent all their money that they made, they never saved any money, so they don't have no savings, they never invested, they never put anything anywhere. So let's just say this. So for the sake of saying, and this is the point, you take what you have while you in that position. So you get somebody like Michael. Michael is playing his top notch basketball. Giving it his all. He's not really talking a whole lot about it. He ain't doing a whole lot of interviews. He's not doing a whole lot of stuff. He just let me get on the court, let me play the game, and then we'll make the decision off of who's greatest by doing that. Right.
Yeah.
That's what I feel like a lot of people have failed, like especially in the black community now. We had Jordan, and a lot of cats felt like just because we had Jordan that we had this lane to say it is okay, yeah, man, everybody gonna be Jordan, but everybody ain't gonna be Jordan.
And that's
So
beautiful. And that's beautiful. That's why I said if it wasn't on him to speak out on political things and
mhm,
things of the culture, like he shouldn't have.
mhm,
Like I rather you not know nothing about something and not speak on it, or not relate to it and not speak on it, than get up there with a microphone and just write or say something that a team wrote for you to say so you
mhm,
can win the audience. So I respect that about him. He always been himself. He's
mhm,
always did what Michael Jordan wanted to do. Remind me of Deion Sanders.
mhm,
You know what I'm saying? Deion is always gonna do what Deion want to do. Michael gonna do what Michael want to do. That's what
mhm,
the greats do. You know what I'm
mhm.
saying? They beat themselves.
Yeah,
They're
definitely.
unique. Yeah.
And with the this is a thing too. And especially speaking on political views or something like that, to me, how that lady was basically trying to tell LeBron shut up and play ball.
And that was the stupidest comment.
And I'm gonna tell you
That was the stupidest comment.
the reason why she felt like she could do it, she felt like she had the lane to do it. And in some situations, she was actually really in the lane, the correct lane, but she was in the wrong lane because of who she is. So it was
At
gonna
the
get
end of the
down.
day, LeBron has to live in the same society as we do. He
Yeah.
just was blessed with a talent to dribble the ball and
Mhm.
shoot
And
and
see, that's
dunk.
why they feel
You know
they
what I'm
feel
saying?
that they feel that's the problem. See, they feel that everybody should take the Jordan stance on things, and everybody's not
Yeah.
going to take the Jordan stance on things
No,
because the case of things have
that's what
changed
I
since
was
the
saying.
Jordan.
That's what I was
So
saying.
it's not going to be. It's not. See, the thing is though, I still hate. I still hate that it's a thing. We're not. We don't have to prove ourselves anymore. That's the part that I keep. It's like some feel as if in well, we have something to prove. What we have to prove is that we have a head on our shoulders. Really, to me, if we have a head on our shoulders, we're good. It's nothing to go. There's nothing to go prove to anybody. Because, like I said, I hate to say it, I still see more people that have came from the bottom and made it big versus ones that are have had a privileged background or a privileged upbringing.
Yeah.
They tend to fall off in a sense of saying once they reach a certain level of stardom or a certain level of a certain tier of being, a popularity, or just saying the case of again a star. So
Can I
you
throw
got
this in there? Can I throw
yeah.
that? I don't think it's a point to prove when you're just correcting a situation you feel is wrong. Like it's I just want to break that down to the audience. Like having a point to prove is like just feeling like you gotta always say something that is necessary. You know what I'm saying? Or like oh I'm here. Like I'm flossing all this jewelry. I made it out the hood. Like that's a point to prove to me. Flossing jewelry and what I'm saying like I can't look what I got now. But a point to prove, like having a voice, is like when you see wrong and you speak on it. I think that's it's a difference. Like LeBron, I don't think he has a point to prove. I think he just speaks on things that he view as wrong. Like a lot of athletes, I agree, they have points to prove. You know what I'm saying? They have points to prove for no reason. You know what I'm saying? It's not like we already know you made it. You made it, bro. You beat the statistics. That's enough. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So yeah.
Opinionative, those opinionative backgrounds that do have an opinion. It's good to have an opinion. It's good to go through things. It's good to experience things and let other people, speak. You speak on your experiences, and they come together and make sense of an experience. As I always say, don't have an opinion unless you have a solution. That's what I always say. Have a solution when you have an opinion, because a lot of people just throw an opinion. They won't ever say anything about the solution part of it. What do you feel that they could fix it? Again, as being strong and being a stronger individual than most, because a lot of people don't sit in front of cameras and talk and put out vocal or visual things that speak from an opinion manner and come with a solution. A lot of those things do, I still say, stems from, as I say, the background. If the background is right, you can definitely give somebody something that's worth and worthy. But if you ain't gonna give nothing worthy, like I always say, what's the use of Jordan being talking all this junk and he ain't had nothing to back it up with? What's the use of LeBron being LeBron and he ain't got nothing to back it up with?
And what come out this mouth is powerful.
Yeah. And
Like
people get
all,
scared.
all eyes on you. I mean,
Mhm.
we have family hating us if we say something wrong on here. That's
Yeah,
how
you
powerful this
definitely.
is. It
Yeah.
could touch anybody wrong. It can touch anybody wrong. Might not even mean it no harm, but you
Hmm.
like anything. The powerful. The mouth is powerful. The tongue is powerful.
Hmm.
So
You got
don't
that's
don't open it unless you're willing to walk in it like you talking it.
hmm yeah,
Right,
Jordan, and
right.
this is a thing or two
So
with
respect.
Jordan. And not even just Jordan, people considered of stardom, or people considered champion status, people are that's at the top. They always expect the people that's at the top, just because they have the platform, that's gonna fix a situation. And honestly, I think it's actually more, it serves more purpose for people who are just basic common people, to make sense of situations for the world to take in. Yeah, the big they want. Yeah, I want these big platforms to take in, and like let's just go back with Black Lives Matter. Everything in Black Lives Matter was they were trying to get every person at the top that was black or of color to speak on the nature of Black Lives Matter. If you didn't speak on Black Lives Matter, they were gonna shun you.
But guess what though? But then once that died down,
Uh,
and you got to look at the statistics, and you see the black on black crime, and you see some of the organizations were stealing money. These movements were stealing people money when it was supposed to go into a cause, a good cause.
mhm.
Like, it makes you look at it differently. It taints the movement, even though it was used for something positive. You can turn, so like how we were speaking episode to come. Freaknik. I don't want to speak too much on it, but you can turn something that's met in a good way into something bad. And that's one thing that the black community, I think, we can do. We can mess something up that's supposed to be beautiful and supposed to be, you know what I'm saying, supposed to be good and powerful. We can mess it up, man, and make it tarnish it, make
Yeah.
it look bad, you know.
And again, still, I'm still pointing to making sure that people are still seeing the fact of saying that the us average Joes are going to make more sense to a community versus a thing of somebody that's of power, regardless of
Right.
it's like I said, there nothing is gonna be squeaky clean. It's nothing squeaky clean, but the objective is to make
A
sure
lot
that
of them want to say a lot of, like you told me, a
you
lot of
have
people
to,
want to say a lot of stuff that we say, but can't say it, man. They can't say it, you
and
know,
it's the
and
case of I think it's a thing.
it's power, man. The
But
power, bro.
again, you,
You
you
know,
have
like,
to, but the knowledge still is this. It has to be something that's knowledgeable.
yeah,
It just can't be a. That's why I try not to touch on things that would be considered a thing of conflictive, because the more there's confliction, there's misunderstanding. So if I speak on it, I like to speak on stuff that's going to be like, okay, let's make sense of it.
bring
Okay,
proof to it, bring
and,
proof,
and, and make sure there's something that can be shown for it.
a
And,
solution
and
for it.
then if the case it be, as I said, if it's being presented in visual or in vocal, that it can be taken and digested versus saying, okay, well, I don't like that they said that. You
Why don't
know,
you like what I
I don't
said?
like that they said that because it doesn't it lacked this and it lacks that and it lacks this and it lacks that. I see that comes a lot with people who speak online because people always feel like, well, there's no we don't have any you don't have any solid following to say that that's truthful or not.
Huh?
Well, the biggest thing is as I said,
They
find
ever
something
said
that
that about us? Be
it's
honest.
nothing real. I don't know. I
Oh
don't know. I
yeah,
mean, if you see people posted, they posted within posts in the past. People feel
it
like
was real bad. Yeah, it was
certain
real
people
bad.
have credibility to say things. Again, that's why I always said the lane. If you get into this thing of speaking online, like you can't just like bash. If you as much as you feel like, oh man, I know I can bash somebody, just like with Jordan. I was talking about with Jordan. Same thing with him. Jordan could be the biggest basher in basketball if he chose to be, right? But he doesn't. He still cheers on LeBron. He cheers on all these great people, Kobe. I mean, he cheered on. He didn't just like make him. He just wasn't just being great and just being a bad example. You know what I'm saying? He was being an actual good.
He was a killer though. He had a killer instinct though.
Yeah,
He'll say some harsh shit, stuff to you
yeah,
on the court. You know,
yeah.
like he
He's a
talk
kid.
about your mama, your dad.
He's
You
a
know what
kid.
I'm saying?
That's the
Hey,
that's the that's the
I
that's
ain't.
the nature. That's
Yeah,
the nature, and that's the game. Like I mean,
yeah,
any come back to high school
yeah.
games and
Kobe Bryant.
Pop Warner games, these same thing be doing. Little Pee Wees be out there talking trash to each other, and a competitive sport. It's competitive. It's supposed to be, edgy. It's supposed to be over the
That's
top.
why I hate. Can I say that? That's why I hate parents. I ain't gonna say hate. I dislike parents that, cause I'm very competitive too. Like
Mhm.
I go to my son game and I be like, man, nah, but you need to pass. And it's just a game. I hate that. Like,
Yeah,
nah, it ain't just a game to me. Like,
it's
you know what
competitive.
I'm saying? Because I play sports. Me and you both have played sports, and I'm sure you very competitive and challenge your daughters in a way you want them to. And that's another thing. we have that right to bring up ours the way we see fit, or how our values, our beliefs. We have that right. Same as when we speaking on here. You might not agree with it, but these are our values. These are our beliefs. These are our morals. You know what I'm saying? And
Mhm.
if it's somebody else that probably meet your standards, and maybe you should follow them and their
Oh,
platform.
definitely. And see, this
It's
is
something for each.
now.
Of them.
Now we can end this because this you just made my point. What I was getting to is about paving a way. Mike paved a way for these brothers. Like, I mean, you think about it. You talk about a sport where it was all about Jerry West. Jerry West this and Jerry West that. Then Michael Jordan came in the scene. When Michael Jordan came in the scene, Michael Jordan made everybody respect the black man in
What I say
basketball.
off top, the nigga shoes. LeBron got shoe. Everybody almost that stars in the NBA have a shoe thanks to Jordan.
Thank you to Michael Jordan for
and shoes are big in the black community.
yeah,
You know what I'm
they
saying?
these people come, near and far to watch in a league now where it used to be predominantly a white sport, but now we made our mark in it now to where it's like, okay, you know what? We here with it. They just want to see us. They come to the
Yeah.
games to see us.
Black.
Yeah.
Black. And we talk about black. Black
Yep.
excellence. We talk about black. They don't want to say that. Majority of the players, even going to the NFL, to the NBA, most of the athletic athletes are black African Americans, man. And they don't want to say that.
They
And
want
they're making money, majority of their money, the $1 billion, corporations off of black individuals.
Mhm.
Because they're the ones out there playing, sweating, tackling, shooting, long hours, long flights, missing family, you know what I'm saying, putting up shots, all that. They're sacrificing. They're the ones in the gym. So I think we need to give them more appreciation. And I'm glad we brought up MJ. We need to appreciate brothers like that, and I respect to him. I had my difference on the political side, but like I said, I wasn't saying that in a way to down him. I was saying it in a way, like you say, create your own lane.
Mhm.
If that's not you, don't jump in that lane.
Don't jump
LeBron
in.
jumped in LeBron lane, and that's what I say. LeBron is LeBron. Michael is Michael. At the end of the day,
There you go.
you know what I'm saying?
Hey, and that's the
And that's the beauty of it.
LeBron kept it. LeBron is continuing a legacy that's already been set. Beautiful part. It's not like he had a hard situation to walk into. He just had to just walk into it and be great. And,
And he,
and
he wanted to be like MJ. Like I say, I got the vibe more from Kobe.
Mhm.
And he wanted to be just alike. Like you could tell he studied the guy, like even from the dressing to the suits, you know what I'm saying? Like you could tell. I think LeBron came in just wanting to create his own legacy, LeBron. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I think Kobe more was like trying to follow in the shadows of MJ.
Yeah.
To be
Because
honest.
it was
You know what I'm saying?
it was handed to him.
Right.
Think about it. Not many people get to come in and jump into go into the NBA, get into the NBA and create your lane. Kobe probably had an idea, but at the same time, yeah, everybody was it was the era of Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan, if anybody that was anybody in the 90s, you was trying to mimic this man. It ain't trying to say and not even just the littlest people. I mean, the big people, just even the littlest people. You go to these basketball courts and all of these, people houses, people got up posters of Jordan, shoes, Jordans, Jordan jersey, even when he switched to number 45, yeah, people go get 45 jersey. And then he switched back to 23. He was that great that he could unretire his jersey.
Don't forget about the movie.
Space Jam, all that stuff, all of that stuff.
Like,
so you take
LeBron created Space Jam too. You know what I'm saying?
You take that and move 20 years from now and be like, okay, is this gonna make sense 20 years from now? That's what Jordan did. And most people think, like you said, LeBron, you got Kobe. I mean, you got other people, other great basketball players too that's came in the league now. Kevin Durant, Westbrook, Steph Curry, You can keep going with all these names now, man. Kawhi,
Yeah,
uh,
I'm gonna say my boy Kawhi.
whatever,
Kyrie Irving.
Kyrie. Like it's too many
It's too
black
many.
players,
Too many.
players of color. You know, these players of color are respected more due to a Michael Jordan. So again, y'all, we gotta stop
Yep.
topping off this North Carolina talk without talking about MJ. I know
Shout out
he may not
MJ.
be one of the biggest political people, but just remember his politics was his game.
The
People,
biggest shoes.
yeah, people of all color respect this man just because of what he did, and
Yeah.
and nobody can mimic it. Everybody's tried. He had some people get close, but never could get there. You know, but again, this is North Carolina. Yep. North Carolina. North Carolina did it. Yeah,
He
North
got some
Carolina.
word.
Yeah, North Carolina, we did this first. And the thing of that's the beautiful part of it. He kept a legacy around here by going to Chapel Hill. So he made Chapel Hill become a big school, and more so got everybody watching Chapel Hill. And it was so great that Chapel Hill
They don't
rolled
put the
over into
logo
Duke.
in the uniforms. Like
Say one more time.
Jordan, they actually done put the logo on the uniforms now. They been done that though, but
And
you know
not
that's not powerful to man. You know what I'm saying?
across the board. I mean, even he got even other schools like Michigan football. Michigan football got Jordan brand. So
Yeah,
it just lets you
yeah.
know it's at baseball
It's
teams.
bigger
I've
than
seen,
North Carolina.
yeah, it's bigger
He
than
did something bigger.
yeah. That
But
and that's
he's probably from our place,
and
North Carolina.
creating that legacy for us North Carolinians is bigger than big, man. So those
Take
that
advantage of that, and that's what I want to say. Take advantage of that. If you're on the up and
yeah,
coming, man, take advantage of that. That's why I said I'm
yeah.
glad we brought this up. Because
Mhm,
like we have somebody to look up to, and sometimes we forget about these powerful people
mhm,
that made something of themselves, and it's a sign that anything is achievable. We all can do it, man. We put our mind to it, especially our inner city black kids, wherever you come from. You know what I'm saying? Any race, but I'm talking to my black kings and queens. You can be anything you want to be. You know what I'm saying?
definitely. 2024, y'all. Remember, take your chances. Drink Gatorade like Mike. You know, be great like Mike. Take your chances like Mike. Hey, take your shots like Mike. Go practice like Mike. You know,
Get a
stay in
ball
your gym. Stay in
Mike.
your gym. Stay in
Get
whatever
a
your
ball head like Mike. Nah,
stay in
don't.
your
LeBron might
stay.
need to though. He might need to though, cause that hair gone. Yeah,
Mm,
get that bro, get that ball. You know what I'm saying, LeBron? Go ahead. I think that's why he don't let it go, cause he be MJ. You know what I'm saying?
mm, mm, mm.
But yeah,
Stay in the gym, fellas. Stay in the gym, ladies. You know, y'all keep y'all heads to the sky and remember. Michael Jordan created that basketball legacy that a lot of us chase. And
put the
again,
work in. Put the work in.
that is our North Carolina star. Shout out to him. He's in Charlotte currently again, owning a team. He started off owning the Bobcats. Of course,
MJ,
that
if you
turned
want to come
back.
on the podcast, we would love you. We want you on the podcast, bro. I know it probably is. It's I'm just thinking big, but we would love you on here, MJ. We want you. We love you.
Again,
I
turn the
see the
hands of
podcast.
time. We appreciate the love that we get. Tap into everything that we have. It's easy to follow. I'm sure you're somewhere right now. Just pick a network that you like, roll with it. Check out merch, check out everything on the website, subscribe to the website, subscribe so you can be able to tap in with newsletters and things that come out. Um, Other than that, I'm Dwan Brino, Quincy Murdoch in the building as always, and we are out.